Before you fly off the handle, Johnny, take a deep breath and keep something in mind. Pray tell, what would that be? At least the 3-1 Stamkos goal didn't get the Colton Sissons treatment, did it?
True enough, I do think this fan base might have ridden with flashbacks of Game 6 running through their head. Thank you very much, Kevin Pollock. And to an extent, this team has been playing better, even though they only have 2 wins in their last 4 or 5 games to show for it.
You ever just want to get down on one knee and thank the hockey gods upstairs that Phil Forsberg is a Nashville Predator?
Hey everybody, it's Jersey Guy. Hold my beer. Are you sure you want me here? Patrick, watch anybody? Is it maybe somewhere that we owe a massive debt to the hockey gods?
Again and again and again.
You're like a kid again, Johnny. Is happening? Is this happening? Is this happening? This isn't an ad for some dang cookie. I want a piece of that action. Well, you don't have to tell me twice.
What do you have to tell me that is going to make me feel positive? And
Maybe the Titans won't let us down on Thursday. Let's walk it off! Okay, on with Johnny's reaction video.
Redemption take you home.
yet again, here we are. Preds lose 5-4 in overtime Thursday night inside of Bridgestone Arena to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Really, Preds, one of the handful of teams that this fan base expects you to fight hard and beat every single season, despite this team even being in the Eastern Conference. And you had so many chances in this game, and you couldn't get it over the finish line. Preds had a 1-0, 3-1, yeah, I thought that lead was safe, a 4-3 lead, and then end up losing in overtime. If you haven't noticed or looked at the standings, after beating Columbus in October in overtime, the Preds have now lost. Stay with me here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row in overtime. That's got to be some sort of franchise record. And they're not even the worst. They share that title with the Islanders for the most overtime losses this season. The Preds are also unable to win back-to-back games. They've only won back-to-back games once after starting the season 0-5 when they won 3 straight back in October. This is just how it's going to be, folks. I hope you've come to accept that 33 games into the season right before Christmas. There'll be no shaking off the rust. See what I did there? Also, if you want something to look forward to, perhaps the draft lottery, the Preds are now back to being the worst team in the league overall, as Chicago won and jumped over them. Nobody who covers the Preds professionally had mentioned this in a while, so I had to look this up because I know this stat had been mentioned previously this season. The Preds still have the league's worst goal differential 5-on-5. Currently, after this game, it sits at 40 goals for and 64 against for a total of negative 24. How in the world, Johnny, keep your voice down. Don't get so excited. This is what this team is going to be. How in the world does a team that consistently has the league's best penalty kill? I'm not wrong. Go look it up for yourself if you don't believe me. The league's best penalty kill continued to play so goddamn bad defensively while 5-on-5 with nobody in the box. Obviously, playing like this consistently is going to cost you games, unable to get the second point, especially when you're in overtime and you're even strength there with more wide open ice for your opponent to move around you on. As for this game, with how the Penguins have been playing as of late, I guess I'll take it as a positive that they only scored 1 power play goal against you, and props that you were finally able to get off your side after not scoring a power play goal in forever yourself. I applaud the line of Stamkos, Marchessault, and Forsberg being left alone and continuing to gel. They were responsible for 2 goals for and 2 assists in this game. And I'll just quickly say, not that I'm pointing anybody out, I didn't really see anything on Preds Facebook or Twitter, that, yeah, Saros didn't have the best game goal-wise, but really the only goal I would really blame on him would be the overtime goal. It's a goal I wish he would have stopped. As for the game, when you get screens in front of you, how the heck are you supposed to stop? And you've got Crosby right on your doorstep and stuff like that happens. Not likely that any of you are going to be in net for the Preds, are going to be able to stop those goals. I guess what this all could be chalked up to is this is one of those instances that shows that Saros is one of those goalies that repetition and higher shot totals is going to keep him more focused in the game. You'd want him to be able to make saves when the shot total is low, so props to the defense on that. But when he's facing the shots, let him see the puck. The defensive pairs on this team maybe need a little bit more work, maybe a little bit more practice. I was unable to do a video about the trade last night because it came down so late, but in case you missed it, Barry Trotz made a trade yesterday of sending Alexander Carrier to the Montreal Canadiens in exchange for defenseman Justin Barron. Barron is about 5 years younger, originally drafted in the first round in 2020 by the Colorado Avalanche, and he will save the Preds about $1.5 million in cap space. Not as much experience as Alexander Carrier, but hopefully that's a positive moving forward because he'll have less years played, so more time to develop into almost as good defenseman, if not better. I just want to quickly say, my favorite moment in Alexander Carrier's career as a Nashville player, obviously, it was his last second heroics last season just after New Year's when he won the game late in regulation against the New York Islanders, setting the franchise record for latest in regulation game-winning goal. Not to get too distracted from this game, but I think this move for Carey to the Habs means that Adam Wilsby should be up with the big club for the remainder of the season, and I don't see him being assigned to Milwaukee. And speaking of Milwaukee, I'm hearing that Spencer Satsy could be close to finally being called up and finally playing with the Preds this season after his long absence. Unexplained, yes, but appreciated return that will happen soon enough. When that call-up eventually happens, a pairing of Wilsby and Spencer Satsy is something I would like to see how it could work. The captain, Roman Josi, maybe by New Year's, could return to the lineup if not sooner. As for this game and the stretch the Preds have been on as of late, I have seen positives in the last 5 games. Yes, I will include the Calgary game last week where they also blew a lead. The playoffs are quickly fading from view, and barring a miracle, that's not going to come to fruition. But in the remaining 49 games you have to play this season, show this fan base continually, please, that you have pride in yourself and the crest on the front of the jersey to play for something this year, including your self-respect. You've got the Kings coming to town Saturday afternoon for a matinee game, and then the Carolina Hurricanes in Bridgestone as well Monday night. Dig deep and give this fan base some Christmas joy before you and us forget about this team for the 3-day break next week. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click a like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. You can find my social media and interact with me during every Preds game or any Preds trade that comes down by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. And hey, friendly reminder, the college football playoff starts tomorrow night.